Hello there, welcome back. I wanted to show you just briefly how to do a slip knot, which is how you start both crochet and knitting, unless you're using a matching circle, different video. So the most basic thing is you just want to have a crisscross in your yarn. You're just making a loop. Boop. See, there's that. You're just crossing it over. If you're doing it the other way, it's just crossed over this way. Easiest thing to do is, of course, just rim it around your finger. And then whichever side the feed yarn is, and that's the rest of it, you want to cross it over the short yarn and poke it through the hole. Now, I've got my crisscross on the top. If you happen to crisscross it the other way, so that the short yarn is under the feed yarn, you're going to have to poke this through the bottom. Again, if your crisscross is such that your short yarn is on the top, and I'm just going to pinch it here to hold it steady. Here's where we are. Oops. Then you're going to poke it through the bottom. If you crisscross it, maybe you run your yarn this way, and your short yarn is actually on top. Then you're going to poke it down through the hole. The whole point being, your feed yarn has to wrap around the short yarn in order to catch it and make that slip knot. Oops. And then you just pull it, and there it is. Now, caution here. Your feed yarn should be the one that you can pull and shorten the loop. If you do it the other way, let's say you poke the short end through, we're going to have a little bit of a problem because you can't adjust it by using the feed yarn. But you can accidentally undo your work because this then is the one that pulls loose, and that's a problem. So you want to make sure that the feed yarn coming from your ball or skein or whatever is the one that you poke through the hole. And I'm just going to pull it so that the feed yarn controls the size of the loop. I'll do that one more time. I'm just going to wrap it around. And again, you can wrap it around this way if you want, whatever makes you comfy. Just make sure that the feed yarn is the one that goes through the hole. I'm spending time on this because this is the start of everything. This is the loop you're either going to put on your crochet hook or your knitting needle. So this is an important thing to know how to do. You can just do it with your fingers. And I will show you how to do it with both a crochet hook and a knitting needle. To do that, you want to grip the short end in a couple of fingers, but leave these two loose. And I'm going to grip the feed yarn with my other two. Now let's start with the crochet hook. I'm going to press down on it, and I'm going to go along my palm downward in a clockwise motion. I'm still going to go back and grip these two together, and I'm going to pull the feed yarn through. And now it's already on the needle. I'll do that again. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Okay. Short end with the thumb and whichever fingers, and your two middle and index fingers, again, down, clockwise, sort of down the side of your hand. Okay, you are going to have to grip it. You're going to move basically your thumb and whichever finger from there to the crisscross. And then you just pull it through and pull. Now, to do that with a knitting needle, and I have a cute little sheep-faced knitting needle, you're going to do basically the same thing. Okay, I've got it gripped with my thumb and a couple of fingers. The long end, the feed yarn, through these two fingers, I'm going to go down. And again, just a long the clockwise along my hand, my palm there. Okay, I'm gonna grip the crisscross, and instead of, I don't have the hook, but I do have the ability to just sort of slide along that, and this is how knitting needles work. And just, again, pull it through. And then the feed yarn is what controls the size of the yarn, or the loop. We'll do that again. Finger, thumb, 2 fingers, down between the fingers, clockwise. Move your grip. Grab the yarn and pull it through. Now, if you manage to only grab some of the skein, make sure you have all of the this yarn here, because they can split. This is a soft yarn. And then this is the feed yarn, and that's what should control the size of the loop. And so that's 3 ways to do it. With your finger, making sure that the feed yarn is what controls, or with the knitting needle, clockwise, then pull it through, or your crochet hook, grab the crisscross, or not, there we go, sorry, my cat is running around, and pull it through. Now, there is nothing that says that you can't do this with a crochet hook and then move that over to a knitting needle. Nothing wrong with that. So, but I wanted to give just a brief overview of how to do that, because this is where it starts. This is the beginning of everything. It's this slip knot. Now, the short end I'm pulling to tighten it, just to make it a knot. And then the feed yarn is what should control the size of the loop. And if that wasn't clear, if there's any questions, if my color choice is making it hard for you to see, let me know in the comments. Thanks.